Good morning from the Burnt Rancheria Campground.
It is a whopping 34 degrees this morning. Today we have a high wind advisory. Also tomorrow, it's only supposed to get into the 60s today, like 61. Tomorrow is supposed to be 49 and raining. There's also like not a lot of places to camp in the next 10 miles, so today might get a little fun. We'll call it fun.
Jinjin is ghosting herself, so you know what that means? It's almost hike o'clock. So this tree is covered in woodpecker pecks, and the squirrels take advantage and store the little acorns there. Only been hiking for about 20 minutes. It's already time for a snack.
Check out this view.
Way out there is Mount San Jacinto, still covered in snow. Be there in 10 days. Holy cow, massive pine cones. That's my foot for reference. Oh my gosh.
Eddie found a pine cone as big as his head.
It'll be great. Fine. Right now, this is blowing my mind that I've seen blisters because
Learned something fun at lunchtime today. A 4.5 ounce bag of Fritos has 720 calories in it, which is great hiker food. Also, the only ingredients in Fritos are corn oil, and salt. My first blister between the toes. Such an awesome place to have a blister. Take a Band-Aid. Not the most comfortable place to have a Band-Aid. It's freezing cold this morning. We are in a high wind advisory with 20 to 30 mile an hour sustained winds and 50 to 60 mile an hour gusts. Woo!
And you might say, Edbeard, why don't you just put on your pack and hike? The problem is, I'm wearing 2 jackets. This one has to come off. I don't want to take that one off. So I'm trying to get hot before I take it off.
Normally this would be a great view.
Oh, it's opening up.
Oh, there it is. Just a second. It's 2:30 and I'm already in my jammies, which are underneath both of these jackets. And I am so happy that I get to go to bed so early today.
We survived the crazy wind. At one point, we almost got blown off the mountain. But we survived.
were walking like sideways into the wind.
Yeah, because of the cold and because of the wind, we made it here to our campsite by too. We were set up in the tent by 2:30, I think. So we've been chilling in the tent for a while. Just finished dinner. Tomorrow is looking great. 70 and sunny. I'll take it. Flowers. So today we only planned to hike about 10 miles. However, we got to a water source that we thought had water in it. Turns out, no water. So we're having to walk all the way to town today. We're off the mountain and making our way across the valley. Pretty much flat, but that makes everything stretch out so much longer. We're about to the bridge where hopefully there's a water cache, and if not, hitch a ride into town. I'm going to town anyways, but water here would be really nice, that's for sure. There's the bridge, and yes, lots of water. Made it into town. There's a partially devoured pizza. Drying out some gear, got some showers.
I can barely talk because I can also barely breathe. I have some sort of respiratory infection, which feels a lot like being sick like a month and a half ago when I was in Maine. And I'm hoping that it's not that. It could be due to all the dust and the pollen because there's like all the flowers. But today I got a shower and laundry and my gosh, you should see my shirt. This is after the first week out on the trail, and this is clean. This is never coming clean again. And I'm very sad because I very much like this shirt.
We are in Julian, California. Checking out town, gonna go to Mom's, get some pie. And apparently Julian is Pie Town, USA, because every shop has pie.
Mom makes a pie, and if you're a PCT Thru-Hiker, you get free pie. And coffee.
And ice cream.
And ice cream.
The pie is very good.
Yeah. Pie is very good.
Took a long Nero and Julian. It's about 5:45, and we're gonna try to get back to the trail. Hike a couple miles. Got a ride back to the trail from an awesome guy named Kent. It's about 6:30. Gonna hike about 2 miles. Set up camp. Pack is super heavy. Need water for tonight and all day tomorrow. These are new cactuses we haven't seen before. And what's crazy is just across the road, 1,000 feet, there are none of these cactuses. And that is the long, obnoxious valley walk we had to do yesterday afternoon when we didn't have water. Came across really from there, walked to about there, and then did something like that.
Good morning on this beautiful Good Friday. There's where we slept.
The mosquitoes here are pretty massive and aggressive. Yeah, they're all over the tent. I have some sort of respiratory infection. I can't breathe. I'm coughing up gunk. And today my nose is stuffy, so it's super fun. And we're hiking 11-ish miles, a little bit past 11 miles to the next water source. This is how I'm protecting myself from further respiratory distress.
It is only 8:45 and already it is quite hot. After seeing the same mountains and valley for the last 2.5 days, it's good to see different mountains instead of that guy over there. Gate number 3, and we're supposed to be at the 3rd gate cache. So, we should be about there. Water! Peanut butter cups and sun don't go very well. It's a melty mess.
I still feel like I'm dying a little bit. I've been hiking like this in case this is allergies to kind of filter the dust and pollen out. It's so gross. So gross.
There's one left. You can have it.
No, I don't want it.
We're gonna get to 100 miles today. Let's do this. End of the earth. Look what we have here. 100 miles of hiking. 100-mile dance. 100-mile dance.
100 miles.
See a land below 100 miles. So we got to the campsite for the night, Barrel Springs, and we saw some trail magic. Great way to celebrate 100 miles. So tomorrow we're gonna have a nice easy walk to Warner Springs.
The Easter Bunny came to visit us on Easter Sunday. We got Easter eggs. Full of Easter goodies.
Jelly beans for breakfast.
Like a true hiker.
Mm-hmm.
Jelly beans for breakfast.
We're a child.
We're a child. What you got for lunch, Eddie?
Frito crumbs. And I did have cheese, but I ate it all. And you combine the two together, kind of tastes like eating nachos. First resupply box.
This sushi is courtesy of Ray.
Tent City.